Welcome back to Top Team Talks. I'm here again with Felipe, the other instructor of Jiu-Jitsu here. He teaches gi, I teach no gi. A little bit more of a free-flowing conversation. Me and Felipe are good friends, so we're just gonna chat it up a little bit. First question I got for you.
Let's go.
You walk into a new gym.
Yeah.
You're traveling with your girlfriend, wife, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you've experienced this, you're a black belt.
Yeah.
And we're going, say, no gi, open mat.
Yeah.
Tipo na porrada.
Porrada.
What are we doing? Like, how, you know, like, because you know you're gonna have to roll with all the good guys.
Yeah.
You have to get a good warm up. You don't know anybody. You don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
How do we do it?
I think first thing, you know, like acknowledge like who is the
head instructor.
The head instructor, whoever is responsible for the session, right?
Yeah.
You know, show respect. You know what I'm saying? You know, come humble. You know, tell like where you're coming from. Kind of like. Already like show now, porra, faixa preta, né, mano?
Yeah.
But I mean, just kidding. But yeah, just acknowledge, and I think like matching intensity, right? Like if you're going with somebody, and the guy is like going slow, we're going slow, right? But if the guy also pick it up, we gotta like also match the intensity. You know
Does it change depending on where you are? Like here, Brazil, other states? Like, do you think it changes like the vibe? Like for example, training like open mat, Rio de Janeiro, different.
Like man, I think. First of all, try to have some connection, right? Maybe know somebody don't show up and announce. Like at least give it a call before. Hey, are you guys doing open mat? Do you guys have any?
I'm so and so.
I'm so and so. I'm coming from.
Or I heard about it.
You know, I had a
friendly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that's the easy way to kind of like get things.
How about if you're like a new person, like you're not a black belt, you know, you're like a white or blue belt, you're on vacation, you want to train.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend's gonna come with you. She doesn't train. She's gonna sit.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Man, make it like do a research about the gyms around. You know where you're staying.
Yeah.
And then go by the Google reviews, see what people are talking about.
Yeah.
And I'll give it a call.
Look at the Instagram. See what's happening.
Give it a call ahead. You know what I'm saying? Check the vibe. You know?
Yeah. Do you think it's better to go to like an open mat or like a class if you just want to go one time, like you're on vacation or you're traveling?
This is how, like, depends on the day, right? Depends, like, if you meet off the week, maybe we can get, like, a regular class, you know, drop-in class, drop-in fee, whatever. If it's a weekend, maybe just an open mat or, like, something, just a live training session, whatever.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, I think a class, right, especially if you're a lower belt, I think it's more interesting so you can go for a class, feel the vibe, you know, learn from different instructor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because open mat is scary.
Right? Exactly.
If, like, you're a blue belt, you know, you go to a new gym, everybody's gonna try to let you know, you know what I mean?
For sure.
I think a class could be, and then the other thing is, if you're a lower belt, I think like, just be cool.
That's where you can
just
get
be cool
more.
And like, you know what I mean? Like don't, because there's gonna be people who
and then remember, brother, if you're a lower belt, if you're a student of mine visiting somebody else, you also kind of represent your school, right?
Fix your mic, bro. Fix your.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, like if you're a student of mine and you're going somewhere else visiting another school, you also representing your team.
That's true.
Representing your instructor.
Yeah.
Right. So be mindful, like be respectful, you know, make sure you let a good mark after you leave. Like don't be somebody that people are gonna be talking. This guy came from somewhere else and it was this or that. You know.
I agree. I mean, you represent the gym. You know, like be clean, be respectful.
Yep.
Tell people where you train. Tell people where you train.
Yep.
You know, like, hey, I train in Atlanta.
Make connections, right?
Yeah, I train in Atlanta. Come by. If I go here, you know, like I know so many people that I train with one time. Right. And now I'm in a new city and hey, let's train, you know, let's link up. And if you're cool with people,
right. You know, if you pay a drop-in fee, you support in the gym.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
For free.
What's a reasonable drop-in fee, do you think? Like what's
I think like maybe I've seen like 25, 30, even 50 I've seen like sometimes 50.
Depends on the gym.
Depends on the gym. But I mean, if you're visiting and you want to train, I mean, right? But sometimes the gym lets you in for free. Yeah. But then it's a good opportunity for you to buy some merch, whatever, kind of support.
I agree.
Right? Supporting somehow.
It happens all the time. Like if you show up and, you know, it's a group of black belts or higher level guys, they'll let you train for free. Right. But especially if you're traveling, visiting a country, whatever, buy some gear, get a t-shirt. It's going to be cool anyway, you know? Get a pair of shorts. Maybe buy the whole, it's like, if it's cheaper, like you're in whatever, you're in Chile.
Leave a Google review.
Leave a Google review. Take a picture. And then the other thing is like, there's no better way to meet people, go out. You ask me like, hey, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's the best part of open mat. Like,
for real.
What are you doing? Let's go get a drink. Let's go eat. You know, if you're single, what's going on? You know, like, what's the deal after? You know,
for sure.
How about so that's open mat.
Yeah.
What do you think about cross training at different gyms? Gi, no gi, depends on where you are, depends on if you're a competitor.
This one we might need to cut, right? Like, what I think or what I should say?
Yeah. What do you think?
Bro, man, I think it comes a lot to that point that we were talking before about like being a client, right? Sorry. We cut that, right?
Yeah.
Pick back up from when you lean forward.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Lean forward, and then go.
Lean forward?
Yeah, perfect. Bye.
Okay. So, if you're a client, you're a client, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're a customer, man.
Yeah, it's like Publix.
This, exactly.
Yeah.
This I think is crazy for some people to say it, like nowadays. I mean, I come from different, like, you know, the old times, all the times you like, I mean, things change. But if you're a client and you're paying membership, brother, if you go to a restaurant and you don't like the food, are you gonna come back? Because I mean,
just go to another restaurant.
Just go to another restaurant, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's really hard to say don't cross train, don't this. But at the same time, like, man, if you have like a master, bro, which nowadays is really hard to have, like a mentor, like a professor, somebody that is with you, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that is like giving your belt, somebody that is like mentoring your process, mentoring your journey. You need to make sure that the expectations are aligned, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro,
just talk to them.
Just talk to them, bro. You gotta have an open conversation with your professor, right?
Yeah.
Like, if your professor agree that you go training out of the gym, right? Is he okay with that? Because that way you avoid drama.
Does he know?
Because that way you avoid drama.
Like, don't go without.
Because if he don't want to go, and then you say, no, I want to go, then you guys kind of go, okay.
Go your separate ways or
separate
whatever.
ways, you know? But I think, man, for like, as far as like jiu-jitsu, man, I think cross training is like interesting for you to get better, for you to like get different looks, right? If you're a competitor, man, this is very natural, right? Like, if you travel to compete,
you're gonna train everywhere.
You travel to compete.
You need to train.
You make connections.
You gotta warm up.
Right?
You
gotta warm up. Yeah. Like, sometimes you don't have nobody from your team with
so
you.
You warm up with somebody else.
You warm up with somebody else, and you ended up knowing people from the community from different teams. That's naturally, right? So sometimes but at the end of the day, one thing for me is like, okay, I go there and I visit a gym and I go there and I do a training, but you need to know who you represent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what you're standing for.
I don't think cross training is amazing as long as if you're a competitor, talk to whoever.
Yeah.
If this is just a restaurant, train wherever you want. Here's what I'll say. It's a different thing to cross train than to switch gyms all the time.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And I think you should find what you like, find your home.
Yep.
And if you want to cross train, go to an open mat, do your thing, that's good.
Yes, talk to your instructor, talk to professor, say, hey, I'm going here, I'm going there,
like I'm training everywhere, and your professor's not going to care.
But then there is a difference between you hopping around, bro.
Because here's what happens. You never get good.
Yep.
Everybody's like, what, is this person going to stay? Should I invest any time?
Yep.
Right? Because if you're here for 3 months and you leave, the next gym, you leave 3 months, the third gym is going to be like, what the hell's going on? Should I even put effort into this person,
like,
you know?
At the end of the day, man, people always like, we've seen this a lot, like, brother, there is no perfect place. You know what I'm saying? There is no perfect place. One place is going to be a little bit better here, the other place a little bit better there, a little, you know. But if you hopping all over, brother, maybe
it's not you. It's not the gym.
Like, it's not the gym, brother.
Like, for sure.
It's you, my brother.
Yeah, and I think figure out what you don't like.
Right.
You know, maybe you don't like jiu-jitsu. You know, like, that's a real thing. I think a lot of people, they like the sport because of the social aspect, you know, like.
And also, brother, like, let's be, like, one more time, the common sense, brother.
Yeah.
Porra, some people, my brother.
It's funny because I know what you're talking about,
my brother, porra, the guy leave the gym, right?
Yeah.
Hop around, hop all over, switch teams. And then he switched teams and like go on social media, brag about it.
Yeah.
And then the next week he's back on my class.
What's going on?
Or like,
what are we doing?
My brother,
who do you represent?
Yeah, what the fuck? I thought.
Well, and let me tell you, I think it's important because people compete. They want you to go coach them. You know, you spend your time. You spend your time to go coach somebody. You take time out of your family, your weekend, which is great. That's why we're instructors. You know, no problem. But if I'm, you know, we're going to tournaments, I'm coaching you, we're doing things, then you switch gyms. Then you come back to my class. Hey, can you coach me?
Yes.
You're just not.
This is disrespectful as fuck.
Right.
Sorry.
Like, and so like, and that's is disrespectful because you're not being clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think if you want people to, your instructor, whoever, to give you attention, you're like, hey, I'm gonna go compete. I'm gonna work on this. give it them back.
Right.
And if you want to be like, hey, I'm going to train here for 3 months, just tell them.
Right.
Hey, I'm going to train here for 3 months, and then I'm going over there because I want to try it out.
Yep.
No problem. It's like if you have a partner or whatever, like, yo,
right.
what's going on? You know what I mean?
And this is starting to get to that same point of like, I mean, are you a cost? Are you a client? Or is it a little bit more than that? Because my brother, if you don't pay membership, if you train for
high
free,
level,
because like you know you become kind of like an asset for the gym, right? You kind of coach classes, you represent the gym in tournaments, but then now you're like you don't pay membership, like you train for free. You're not just training for free, brother, but you benefiting from like,
the gym,
the gym, from the network of your instructor,
of course,
like right.
Of
like
course.
From who your instructor
knows.
knows.
All the owners like Jucal, like you know.
Porra, brother, you know what I'm saying? Like you train with Jucan. Wherever I go, professor, do you know somebody here?
Jucan.
I was going to New York.
Let's go.
Professor, do you know somebody here? He know like Hansel Grace. You know,
everybody.
You know what I'm saying? I'm benefiting from his network, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm benefiting from his time. Yeah. I'm saying about me, but in general, if you're a student and your instructor is putting time into you, is traveling to coach you, is like leaving his family.
Respect him
you're
back,
not a client,
you know?
bro.
Yeah.
This is not a client type
I think
of
that's the difference. Like if it's just a gym like Planet Fitness and you go work out, you leave, switch every week if you want.
Exactly.
You know, but if you're competing, just have an open conversation with your professor or whoever, your coach, whoever, and it's fine.
And sometimes the change is needed.
Of course.
Sometimes the change is needed, and sometimes I guarantee that if you talk to your instructor,
they'll be like, yeah.
He will support.
Of course.
He'll
make the connection. He'll be like, hey, this is the better gym.
Brother, is you don't turn your back, you know what I'm saying? And go to somewhere else after years and years of porra.
Without saying anything.
Without saying anything.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing is people
then people still, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because if that happens on my class, my brother, if somebody comes here as a brown belt, black belt, coming here like, no, wait, who are you? Where are you coming from? Right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm training with this guy. I left this guy because this, that. Because let me call this guy. Hey, brother, your student is here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Happened?
Like, you know, I'm gonna check it.
People don't realize
but
how
nowadays,
small
no,
the
bro.
network is.
Porra, the guys know. The guy, oh, you're leaving here. Come over here. Let's put some.
Because it's funny. Like there's like Atlanta, Miami. Like I've trained in different places. The Atlanta Jiu-Jitsu, any Jiu-Jitsu scene, everybody who's good knows each other, and the professors know each other, you know? And so you just try to leave a good taste in everybody's mouth and just say like, hey, you know, be transparent, you know what I mean? Like,
that's funny because I've been like kind of all over here in the US since I came, and that's what you're saying, brother. Wherever you go, the high level people, they're gonna kind of like connect very fast.
Yeah, immediately.
You get to a new place, you get to a new place, you don't know nobody. Porra, he'll say, let me see which gyms are here. Oh, there's an open mat at this gym or whatever. You go there.
3 good guys, and then that's
you're already now. Where you train, but you know, so everybody kind of like know everybody. So
for sure.
I mean, it's very easy to spot who kind of like you know what I'm saying. Is that kind of people that just hopping all over changing teams every time, every month, whatever. So, yeah.
Let's talk about how much time we have left. We can cut that. 10 minutes. All right. Let's talk about. So I compete in Jiu-Jitsu. You've competed in all the gi tournaments, IBJF circuit, worlds, fucking you name it. MMA now. You went to New York.
Yeah.
You fought on 2 weeks' notice.
Yep.
Against some like striker.
Yep.
Enemy territory, 2 weeks' notice, 135. Had to cut weight.
Yeah.
You flew out there.
Yeah.
Submission. That was crazy.
Yeah, man. That was kind of crazy. Like. Everything started for me when I moved to the US. I came to Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I ended up living at the Jackson Wink MMA dorms.
Yeah.
Right. So that was like my first real contact with MMA. And like at that time, it was funny because I was living at kind of like the mecca of MMA.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like at that time, like everybody
That's the
was.
best. Yeah.
Like everybody was
Holly
still there.
Holm, John
Jones was there.
You name it. Everybody.
Cowboy was there. Diego Sanchez was still there. Like a lot of people were there.
Johnny Hendricks, I think. Was Johnny Hendricks? Do you remember Johnny Hendricks, the guy who GSP's last fight in the UFC?
Yep.
He might have been.
I mean, GSP was for a while at Jackson Wink.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know.
Anyways, but I thought it was not for me.
Yeah.
I said, I'm just jiu-jitsu, whatever.
Yeah.
So after all these years, like training and coaching and getting like kind of finally finishing the transition to get like become a head instructor and everything, slowing down the training, you know what I'm saying, pandemic, whatever. Kind of like competing jiu-jitsu itself, IBJJF kind of lost a little bit for me. You know what I'm saying?
It's not as exciting.
It's not me, man. Like, I just honestly, I feel like I wouldn't have any more I say, man, I don't have any more the drive, the routine, the lifestyle to become a black belt world champion. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I wanted that anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like lost a little bit for me that meaning. And fighting MMA is like, okay, but I can still do something else that is gonna, for myself, gonna make me feel like, no, I'm doing something.
And it's fucking hard.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing something hard. I'm doing something that's like.
It's fucking hard, and it's like. Dangerous and like scary as fuck. I mean,
so what happened was like I was training a lot last year, like to get my debut. For on the first 6 months. I had like 3 fights that were booked, and then somebody dropped. People pull out and etc. Ended up going to Brazil. When I came back, took a short notice fight, like a week notice fight, and got TKO first round. Yeah,
I remember.
So
that was tough.
That was my debut.
I remember when I walked into the gym that day, that Monday. You remember? You were sitting in that chair, all fucked up. Oh my God. I know. So that's hard.
So I thought, like, honestly, about just
fuck it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get,
that's it.
Coaching jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck no, man, that can't be my story. You know
yeah.
I need to go back there and fight again.
Yeah.
So then I had a fight on April 20 here in Atlanta.
Remember,
I got a first round submission.
Yeah.
And then took
rear naked choke.
No, armbar.
Armbar, that's right.
Armbar from the triangle.
Armbar from the triangle.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
mount, triangle, and then.
And armbar. Yeah. You took him down, right? Took him down.
Took him down, passed the guard, mount, triangle from mount, and then.
And then hyper. Against the cage.
Triangle, armbar from the triangle, and then took that fight in New York. Like, man, 10 days notice.
But you knew this guy wasn't like jiu-jitsu. You knew he was like a striker.
The guy was a striker, but I'll tell you that, man. I think he was more dangerous. More dangerous striker.
In jiu-jitsu?
Striker than my last opponent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though the other guy was more hyped and then like had a better record.
And how did this one go? Because I know you also won by submission, but.
Yeah. And then like I took this one, like they had a title fight for an interim belt for 135 division. One guy pulled out. They needed a last minute replacement. Gave me a call. I took the fight. Flew out there, man. The leading up to the fight was kind of crazy with the weight cut. And
I remember you were like heavy as fuck. You were like 157 or 135.
Ended up, anyways, we made weight and was like first round submission again, armbar. Nice. Took the back and then had an armbar.
Fuck man, armbars in MMA are not super common.
Right.
You know, like people like usually triangles, rear naked chokes, because armbars are fucking slippery. People don't tap. They let their arm break. Whatever. Fuck. And this one was from the back.
The first armbar was from the triangle.
That's a little different, but this one from the back. That's risky.
Back, and then like it's a position that I do a lot, like. When you kind of like climb in the back from a guard position, for example, an arm drag. Yeah. And then you throw
your leg over the top and go, yeah.
So this is a position that I do a lot, and like this armbar from the back, I do, a lot, gi, no gi.
Yeah.
And then I was on his back, and then I just heard like Jucão yelling like 40 seconds.
Oh, gotcha. So the round was ending.
My first thought was like when he yelled like 40 seconds, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna hang out and finish and win this round, right?
Yeah, that's always the first thought.
And then
right
away, like I was like, bro, he was like posting that. I was like off balance. He was posting it. I was like, bro, if he posts his head here again,
let's go.
Because if I miss,
whatever, 20 seconds left,
is over anyways.
We go.
Yeah,
gotcha. So he was posting on all fours, and then you went over the top of it.
So I was actually kind of like I had a body triangle.
Yeah.
And I was kind of leaning to a side.
Yeah,
so I was hanging myself with the hand here. My other hand was posting on the floor.
And then you went over the top.
And then I went over the top. Yeah.
And he tapped right away, or you had to.
So when I roll over, like he kind of like got his face smashed against the cage. So he didn't have much where to roll or to try
anymore.
Like,
and then he just.
And then I just like hold it and he tapped pretty fast.
Fuck yeah. I saw the video after is awesome because it's in New York and this is like a hometown guy, you know what I mean? And he was like hyped up and all this stuff.
Yep.
And you came on a week and a half notice. I remember we were in the gym and you said, Caralho, I gotta fight, like what, you know what I mean? Like, should I take it? And I'm like, fuck man, who's the guy? Like, what's the weight? What's the money? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, it's a good opportunity, interim belt, blah, blah, blah. And then Jucão after celebrating and New York was fucking quiet. Like the arena's like, nobody say shit. You get your belt, get the fuck out.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
MMA is different, man. I mean, I've never done MMA, but I train with all these guys who train all the time. And I did a workout today with one of the guys that we know, Goose, who's a professional MMA fighter, 3-0, all knockout. 4-0 now, all knockouts. Yeah, about to be 5-0 in June 21st, but it's a different thing, man.
Yeah,
it's a different thing. Like it's scarier, it's real.
And that's the point about like when I kind of like realized on my mind that I wouldn't be a black belt world champion, and that was like the main thing for me to do MMA. Because as I said, like even if you don't make it a big career out of it, man, how many people black belt world champions stepping in the cage, bro?
Yeah.
It's something
multiple
that's like,
times.
bro, like it's hard, bro. Even
and
if
the other thing is you can always go back to jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
you know, like look at fucking Wagner. Wagner fought 15 years or whatever in the MMA, UFC, blah, blah, blah. And now he's, you know what I mean, fucking jacked.
This is the point that you brought is like, man, it's different, brother. Like you step in that thing and
I believe it.
The guy locked the door, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother.
That's it.
I don't know if there's jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know if it works.
There is kicks, there is everything, brother.
Yeah.
The lights, you know, people yelling.
I'll tell you this, when Goose's last fight here in Atlanta, I was in his backstage with him and we walked out with him.
Yep.
We train in here all the time. This is my good friend, you know what I mean? Like, I see him train. I work with him in jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
Again, all credit to Kevin on his coaches, but, you know, he's a good training partner, a good friend.
Yep.
And we're backstage and we're about to walk out and I can see it in his face, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is fucking, he's a professional, 3-0. Yep. He's going to be in the UFC. Like, he's going to be world champion. And I'm like, fuck, man, this is real. Like, it's not jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean?
And the crazy thing, like, you say about that.
You can get hurt, you know?
My fight here in Georgia, on the backstage, I was super chill. Super chill. Like, bro, I was like super relaxed.
Yeah.
And too much relaxed. Like, I got in the fight, I ate some shots.
Yeah.
But in New York, bro, I was freaking out on the backstage.
Really?
Bro. Like.
But you had Jucão with you.
That's like, bro, my thought. Porra, Jucão flew.
But that's worse.
Jucão flew over here. Imagine if I got knocked out first round, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to look at him. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of like freaking out and like, man, I need to warm up. Man, let's hit some more pads. And people were like, no, bro, you're good. You're already warm. Like,
like, we're good.
I was like, no, bro, I need to. You know,
I wasn't
feeling.
I gotta
go. I
was
hitting pads and like I wasn't
stiff. And
I was kind of stiff. I wasn't popping much. And I was like, fuck. I was kind of like super anxious, you know.
Yeah.
But then when I got there, like I felt peace. But and then I had a good performance and everything. But that's what you like. That's the thing, man. Somebody wants to hurt you, brother.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody wanna win or wanna. No, bro.
For money, they want.
Somebody wanna hurt you, and you should be wanting to hurt them too if you wanna win, brother. Because if
it's
you
a different mentality.
if you go there, no, I'm gonna like score. I'm gonna.
No.
It's not just I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna score, brother.
Points,
you gotta hurt them, brother.
Yeah.
You gotta inflict damage.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You need to like, you know what I'm saying? You need to hurt them as much as you can and as fast as you can.
And I think that's what's cool about like the ATT kind of network that we have, right? Like, you've got high-level jiu-jitsu on any given day on the mat. You've got ADCC veterans, world champions, you name it. You got Jucão. You got guys who are like, I can name guys like Ronald Humphrey, Reese Watkins, like guys who are like,
super high level,
world champion potential. You know what I mean? Like very high level that also train. You've got people who do all sorts of stuff, and you can get all of it. And then you got people who are like cardio kickboxing. You know, like they're 45 and they just hang out and do their thing. Like it's the mixture and the vibe is good, man. Like
and I think like ultimately. This kind of brings a high performance, high level type of mentality and mindset that goes far beyond the mats. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, like as you said, you have like the regular people doing the kickboxing, but they're hanging out with champions. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And outside the mats, they're champions too. Like, you have like doctors and lawyers and super well successful.
You can ask, like it's funny, like you know, it's not to like, but. In my jiu-jitsu class, man, there's a couple millionaires any given day. You know what I mean? And ask that guy for advice. You know, you need advice on whatever. Like the network is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? It's not just a bunch of like good guys at jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? You got doctors, lawyers, fucking you name it.
And usually like this type of people, whatever they're doing, they try to be good at it, right?
They usually are.
Like there is a reason why they're successful, right? Because they are like driven and you know they have you know a mindset towards the success, right? So when they come here, they bring that to here too. So
All right, guys, that's another episode of Top Team Talks with Felipe. The next one we're gonna do in Portuguese, and we're gonna talk a bunch of shit. So please tune in.
This one's
it's gonna be a blast.
Freely, right?
This one we're gonna talk
if you
openly.
can understand,
we're not gonna put captions on it. So if you don't understand, forget about it.
If somebody want to do like a cut channel just to cut,
that's right. Just
cut and put captions on your own.
That's right. But yeah, Top Team Talks. I'm Ernesto. That's Felipe. Like, subscribe, send it to your mom, your grandma, your girlfriend, send it to everybody.
Stop by the gym.
Stop by the gym, say you watched the podcast. Come say what's up. Thanks, guys. Valeu.
É nóis.